How's it going? I'm Jonathan Dunkerley. You can call me Dunk. In today's video, we're diving into Jupiter's new organic score version 3, what it is, why it matters, and how it can help you trade smarter. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to use this tool to spot trending tokens without falling into manipulated hype. And if you're into DeFi, Web3, and passive income, if you wouldn't mind just smashing that like button, hitting subscribe, and ringing the bell, it really does help YouTube show these videos to the right people so they can learn how to make passive income with DeFi. All right, so let's dive in. Now, we've all seen those meme coins that seem to pump out of nowhere and then vanish without a trace. That's usually bots and artificial volume creating fake hype. But Jupiter's organic score cuts through the noise, showing tokens that people are actually trading, not just farming for airdrops or pumping and dumping. So Jupiter dropped its version 3 token list, and it's a game changer for finding legit tokens in real time. Now, in order to find the token list, all you do is go to Jupiter's website at jup.ag, and right here at the top, we have search for tokens. And you could either search for a token or come right down here and click more. And in here we have something called the organic score. The closest to 100 is the best. We could see that Jup is actually at 100 right here, but we have ones like Hood, which is 97.44, or Lux, which is 96.31. And we could also see the organic volume, or the FTV, which is fully diluted valuation, and liquidity. Now, one big issue with Memecoins is that, say, Hood launches and it's a legitimate organic token that has volume and it has a FTV and liquidity backing it, but somebody else comes along and launches another Hood, which is the same exact name. Maybe they even use the same exact graphic. They are not the legitimate Hood token, which is the one right here, which is the one with the volume, the organic score, and the FTV and the liquidity. Now, before, you could easily confuse those and accidentally buy the wrong token and in turn get rugged, and nobody wants to get rugged. So instead of relying on paid promotions and wash trading, the organic score focuses on real user demand and activity. This will help you find the real coin pumps versus ones that are just meme coin pumps or fake influencer shills. And we all know how many times we've seen even huge big name influencers and celebrities just pump a coin and then dump it and then they're gone, and nobody wants to be left holding the bag. And just so you understand exactly what this index is, this index tracks the real on-chain activity of a token, excluding bots and symbols, which are considered fake, and has a maximum score of 100. We can see these ones are close to 100, giving us some confidence in them. So a good way to look at this is, imagine that you are walking into a nightclub and it's packed with real people having a good time, and then that's organic activity, real people having a good time doing what they're already to do at that nightclub. But if it's all just paid actors and promoters, it's all just fake. So all these people that are hanging out at the nightclub aren't actually there because they want to hang out. They're just hanging out because they're paid to. Jupiter's organic score helps you find the real party and not the staged one. If you see a line coming outside of that nightclub, you're likely to get in that line whether it's a good nightclub or not, just because you saw the line. Jupiter analyzes multiple on-chain factors to determine how real the token activity is. If there's one thing that we know, on-chain data is very, very important, including things like how Jupiter just burned over 30% of their total supply, and that on-chain data really does make a difference. So when somebody acts suspicious with a token or puts on a fake party, it ends up being very, very obvious when people are watching those wallets and watching those tokens. But for those that are just jumping in on something like Radium or Meteora that aren't looking at all the data, they may miss out and see that there's this giant pump and not really understand why there is a giant pump. And then they could buy in and there could be a sell-off right afterwards. So we're gonna be able to follow a couple key metrics with this, including organic volume, which gives us actual trading minus bot influence. And I think the key thing is minus bot influence, which is removing that artificial bot behavior that doesn't reflect what actual humans are doing when they are trading. Maybe I'm just the only one that notices this, but I feel like a lot of people that are in DeFi and Web3 have no idea how DeFi and Web3 actually works, and it does really come down to having liquidity in different pools. And if you don't have that liquidity, then the token has no value, even if it's listed and saying it has a particular value. If your pool is empty, your coin is actually worthless. And what does this end up doing? It really gives us a fair market activity, which avoids flash pumps and fake demand. We don't want to buy into something that has fake demand. We want to buy into something that has real demand, even if it's something that we're just buying in while the pump goes up and then it goes back down. Now, there is always some opportunity in those tokens that are just going to pump up and then they are going to crash. But again, to me, those are all gambles and not sure things. When there is actual trust in a token, that is when I actually can believe that it is going to stick around for a while. Now, with the token list, the goal here isn't just to ape into whatever's trending, it's to find tokens with staying power and good liquidity and real momentum. That is how you win in DeFi without getting rugged. In order to find the tokens, you could either just search for them right here, or you can click on more and then search for them directly on this list. In addition to seeing the organic score right here on this list, if you clicked on something like I'm going to click on Hood, we could see the organic index score right here at the top where it says 97.47, and we can see our chart right here starting to populate, and this is a newer coin, so it does not have as many candles yet. Now, if you want to learn more about how I am using DeFi to earn passive income, now not gambling, but passive income, then you should join my favorite DeFi education community that I'm in at DeFiEarner.com. It's full of people like us figuring out the best ways to stack rewards and earn passive income in Web3. So go check it out. I will also put a link in the description of this video. Now, we've all seen people get wrecked aping into something that looked hot, but then they get scammed. And things like these token lists and these scores actually really do help people make smarter buying decisions. This is also one of the reasons why I'm insanely bullish on the entire Jupiter ecosystem. They keep on adding smart tools that are going to help us all succeed in winning in DeFi, because we don't want FOMO or fear of missing out to dictate how we are going to make strategic moves in our DeFi portfolio. And with everything from some sort of Super Bowl commercial to some sort of tweet on Twitter or X influencing our decisions when it comes to crypto, we want to have true analytics that are going to give us very, very strong reasonings why we make these different moves. Because none of us want to fall into scams and artificial pumps. We want to protect our portfolio, which, on a side note, again, they just added portfolio.jupe.ag, which allows us to view our entire wallet directly under one panel, which is really, really awesome. And the fact that it's built into Jupiter now is super cool. So the Jupiter organic score is a massive upgrade for crypto traders. The V3 token list makes finding legit tokens easier than ever. If you have any questions about Jupiter, you could always drop them in the comments of this video. And if you do want to be around people actually growing their passive income in DeFi and Web2, join my community at dunkmedia.club. It's packed with people learning, earning, and winning together. I'll see you there. Keep creating, keep earning passive income, and I will see you in the next video.